stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting watching.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was druth, meaning fool, or
Liar.
one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Druth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness, such as psychosis, is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
You're already dead. Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming here. Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me, and I'd love to be involved. I think it's fascinating. Absolutely.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules.
That voice is not a kind voice. That voice calls you to your death. It's an evil voice.
If we were to represent Senua's psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernie Ho provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
Can't see how she's going.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the visions or what we're seeing is too much, it becomes more difficult until eventually we perhaps don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this, I just wanna live, that's all. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
To refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations or not far enough?
broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards, they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need this sword. It's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us. My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbal. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exasperated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness. It's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question, is what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory kind of asked us to come along and help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals are able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress and survive as society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. What knows? He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
They're watching.
Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead.
I feel you coming.
Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking?
He's in Hellheim.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you gave.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back.
It's not safe.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's there. They're here.
Can you see them?
I can see it.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here.
You see them?
This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back.
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
She can't hear me.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Alright, guys, ladies, gentlemen. This is a game I've had my eye on for a while. Hellblade.
Use your eyes.
Use your eyes.
Come on,
Closer. She can't focus.
Why can't she focus?
Take a closer look, Senua.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So this is a game I've had my eye on for a while, Hellblade, and I've played a little bit up until the first boss, which I think when I first played it, I don't remember if it had the Hellblade featured option. It might have though. And I got up to the first boss fight. And I was more so when I first started just trying to like mess around with the options, see what the game. That's fucking creepy, dude.
The darkness is coming. It yearns for life, hungers for it, like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping.
Alright, I might have to share my thoughts after the little tutorial. This is fucking trippy, man.
Not this time.
Very good.
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost. Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
This is a game I've had my eye on for a while. At first, I was just more so messing around with the options, you know, getting the gamma brighter so you can see what's going on, change the volume, subtitles, the whole ordeal. And then I saw the Hellblade feature, which at first it was just curiosity to see what it was, but watching it now, I'm actually really glad that I took the time to watch it, because now I have a better understanding on what is the idea behind this game.
She forgets too.
And I also wanted to put it on the channel before showing the gameplay, so that others would probably who aren't educated like me on mental health,
let's see, shall we?
Would have that same understanding, because I'm no expert in mental health and mental sickness. I'm not educated in the matter. I would go as far as to say I'm pretty ignorant in the matter. How do I run again? Oh, there we go. But I want to make sure I'm using the right word. I tread lightly. I don't make fun of people who have mental illness and things like that.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
And what caught my interest watching the Hellblade feature was the terminology that they use for mental illness. I think it was Geld. And they share the definition for it too. A man or woman who suffers from a mental illness due to war trauma or grief. And I thought that was interesting because it got me wondering, why are we here? What are we doing? What kind of grief is she suffering from?
Where are we?
Does she have any war trauma?
What's she waiting for?
Senua?
Did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
I'm sorry, I have a hard time, like, even after watching something and trying my best to pay attention to it, it's hard to remember all that stuff that I had just watched. So I'm trying to, like, remember to the best of my knowledge. But I believe her name's Senua. Or Senua.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. Never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you? He's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
To guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Look, really? I can see one. Focus.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
So it's like an M with a cross in the middle. So what am I supposed to do to find it?
It's near. Focus. Look towards
Oh, the shadow.
gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe. It worked.
And I really like the
I spent 6
like
years enslaved in hell.
mic technology that they're using.
The Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
I don't remember the name exactly to the mic that they were using, but it's just interesting to listen.
Another voice.
How
joins
like
us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
how like they have it set up to where typically when you're listening to things, you hear both noises going through this like at the same time into different headphones or earbuds, you know, including with Wi-Fi earbuds. And but this, it's like I'm using a Turtle Beach headset,
Pretend it's going
and
to be okay.
even then
But you
there's
know
some times
that
where they're
death is
speaking,
near.
and I go to turn around and I'm thinking, shit, fuck, I wasn't paying attention. Was that supposed to happen? No. Okay, sorry. I turn around and I'm thinking, wait, who's behind me? But that's just the voices.
Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall.
Wait. We're good.
She thinks she's brave. She's just stupid.
Give it a go. Go on.
There we go.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side, and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
They keep mentioning the name Dillion. From my understanding, Dillion is her husband. Dillion, for some reason, was sacrificed. They keep sharing how Dillion was sacrificed. Why was he sacrificed? What was he sacrificed for? What exactly happened to him? Like, how was he sacrificed? I don't know. Maybe we'll get our answers later down the road. Or maybe that's more of a lore aspect that I would have to look into. Or, like, research.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
No one good.
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Pretty sure there's a dodging element to this, right?
You can do it. You're close.
Fuck. Pretty sure I'm supposed to die here, though.
Leave, run away. Go. They surrounded me. Strong enough.
Yeah, I'm supposed to die.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain.
Senua.
It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow each day. If the rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. And all progress would be lost. The only thing I don't know is, though, how many attempts do I have? How many deaths can I have?
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her.
Or they said each day,
With
right?
every defeat,
so how many days do I have before
soon it will take her soul.
Before it reaches my head, her head?
But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
How's it going, Necro? Yeah, no, I just wanted to stay quiet earlier for the cutscene.
Listen to me, Senua.
I didn't want to talk over it since this was going to be posted on YouTube.
Behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
I'm all good, just getting the toddler to go to sleep. How's that going?
How will she get through? Why won't it open? Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Okay, there's clearly a little bit of humor in the game, so I don't gotta take it too seriously. First I was gonna like tread on this game lightly and like try to give this game my oh no, wrong way. Try to give this game my most respect, which I'm still going to. But at least I know I don't have to be too serious in the matter. So I have a choice. We'll go through here. I like the color red.
Valravn, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravn and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Okay, what about this one?
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind,
and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground.
So we got two options.
And spill his blood.
I'm gonna go do the vulture. I forgot what he just said what the name was too.
On her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
He was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
No, I want to go do the vulture boss first, because this was the one that I've had done on my I don't want to say my first attempt, but like after pretty much checking out what the game was like up and like early on. Any secrets? Oh, and this was just a little theory that I had about the black. How did she define it?
It's a wall. It's a door. No, it's a punch. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it down. What do you think will happen? Come on. She did it. She did it. She did it.
This is supposed to do something. I can't remember what. Oh, wait. Walk through it. No. Maybe I have to look at the door first.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn.
Yeah.
Don't trust your eyes.
Valravn.
Find another way to see the truth.
Alright, this I remember. You have to like look through those weird like portal totems at a certain direction. And things that are normally shut will open.
Look, something that's different. Something changed. What's different? Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Little theory that maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just something that I wanted to guess was the black like poison, the rot going through her arm. I want to say that is supposed to be a metaphor for maybe like her grief eating her up after in such an amount of time, or like her not being able to control or find the right help for her mindset.
The price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
This is fucked. Yeah. All of this is in her head. None of this is real. But it's real in a sense that it's real to her. Fuck. I don't know if there's heavy, okay.
End it! Don't let them get behind you. Don't let them surround you.
Fuck yeah. Hold on, I don't remember if like 2 of them come up at once.
You won it! Defend yourselves! Finish this! Finish him!
Fuck you, bitch.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
I already
Valravn's
see.
power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's so different.
Can I climb up here? No. Oh, there you go. Come on. Oh.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravn.
Something shifted. Can you feel it?
Align the ravens? You can't just hop down from there. You know, I originally just wanted to play the game because I thought it was gonna. I still think it was supposed to be like in a sense, a action-packed sort of horror game. But it takes horror in a way of it's all in her head, and there's still combat to it.
It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
And the voices, I swear, they're giving me fucking chills behind my, like, down my spine. Shortcut? Not a shortcut. I can't go that way. Holy shit. That's fucking creepy, man. Let's look up here first. Oh, there's nothing up here. That's the thing. Maybe I'm supposed to look at this door first? Activate the puzzle to solve the puzzle?
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen, don't.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravn.
Okay, that's the alignment, but I have to get up there to do it.
Which ravens?
Where are they?
Can't you see them? She can't see.
Look around. Look around. Try to find the ravens.
Line up the ravens.
Line them up. He said to line them up.
Shh, 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 shh.
What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the song of Valravn, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Challenge me!
He's gone. He disappeared. Where did he go? You lost him. Where is he? It's all your fault. Valravn's song.
Listen, focus, listen.
You need to focus.
Focus.
Wait. Which way am I supposed to go? Oh, there we go.
Fight me!
Is she lost? Maybe the last time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a gelt. Some, like Truth, become gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua,
That is fucking sick.
those who make it back are forever changed.
She can get up now. She can get up now.
What's happening? She can get up now.
How can she get up?
Must be
Magic. Dark magic.
a trick.
Valravn's tricking her. Valravn. How can she get up?
Bait.
It's him.
Dark magic draws her closer.
Valravn's magic. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him.
It's a trick.
She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her.
It's magic. It's an illusion.
And all the voice, like, I think it's like, I don't know how many people they use. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird, cool concept how they have like 3, 4 voices all having like their own conversation in her head. It reminds me of like, alright, this is a weird analogy, but just stay with me here, right? You ever watch The Labyrinth? You know, with the Goblin King and, you know, the baby Toby and all that. It reminds me of the very beginning of the movie. You know, just after they introduce the daughter and, Toby's her brother. She's upset because parents are going out, but she had plans. And you know, last second she gets told, hey, you know, you got to babysit Toby. Well, and then she goes to do her ritual of wanting to give away Toby to the Goblin King, but during that, all the goblins are having like their own conversation, but they're very quiet. They're whispering about it.
Only it were that simple.
It just, I don't know, it reminds me of that, and it's just different scenario, obviously.
A reminder that just because
But there's just something about like that collective whispering
already here.
that catches my interest. I don't know how to explain it in what way though. I guess in like a horror aspect, a little creepy like anticipation type of way. Oh shit!
Finish this. End it now.
Fuck, I gotta stop doing that first thing. I try to be so cool, but me being cool is getting my ass kicked.
He's finished. Find a good position. Let them surround you.
Fucker!
He's down. Finish it. Strike. Watch out. Such, watch out. He's stronger than you. Behind you.
Yep. Exactly what I was talking about.
Stop them. He's gone. Yes, Senua.
Holy Jesus. I don't know what, like, my fucking arms just start to tense up. Was there something I needed here? There's a little story thing.
The Northmen say that
That
Odin
fucking
and
threw
his
me
brothers
off.
killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
I got so caught up explaining my thoughts. I saw her like in the motion of drawing her sword, but it just drew me off once you hear the guy going, "Argh! Argh!" And then, you know, not even 2 seconds to try and kill you. My arms were like tensing up.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return.
Are we going back?
Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
And it's fucking so weird how, like, I don't know, you're fighting and you have to like kind of like ignore the voices in your head, but also listen to certain ones. Like, there were certain ones of like, hey, don't die, hey, kill him, hey, finish him. Like, obviously those are the obvious things you're supposed to be doing.
Align the
The song.
Valravn.
Valravn's song.
Where's it coming from?
It's over here. It's over here.
Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two.
Listen, focus, listen.
It's magic. It's magic. It's an illusion. She's been in the forest like this before.
This reminds her of somewhere. The forest.
Where?
Which forest?
Forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
She left Dillian.
She went to the wilds a long time ago.
Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth.
Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian.
She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
What was it saying? Certain voices of like, hey, don't die, hey, you know, finish him, you know, that type of thing, like the obvious. But then there's others. There's one particular voice I'm listening to, and they're like, hey, don't get surrounded, dodge, you know, get out of the way. That's, I believe, is the indicator of like, hey, someone's behind you.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice
This is really cool.
in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
How tall was the tree? How hard was the fall? Wait, can I go up here? Is this for anything? Or? No. Where am I supposed to be going? Okay, now I have 2 entrances on how to get through. Oh, wait. I think I understand. Bring the wall back. Now I can go through the gate that I just unlocked and go up the stairs and the ladder. Walk across the wall. And I like how the fire kind of like not enhances, but like kind of like, I don't know, repeats itself in a weird way. Kind of like you know how I don't remember the exact name for it, but you know how like you're looking at like car lights or you know traffic lights, you know, shit like that. Where am I following? Where am I going? Don't know. Wait. Do I want that one or no? Oh.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No.
The
Half of them
fewer.
have gone. They've gone.
Some are still there.
But where? Some are still there.
Valravn's helping.
The fewer the better, because then I can show the real ones.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. Almost. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
So she's trying to kill off how do I put it? I'm not seeing a difference here. What's going on? Aha! So, is the darkness supposed to be what all goes on through her head? She's trying to, like, better herself to where she feels more in control of her mindset.
The ravens. They've all gone. No.
There's still three.
There's three. There's three. Where have they gone? Where have they gone?
She did it. What does it mean?
Looking back, it was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And in the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws. There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
I'm so confused. How is she trying to find Dillian? If Dillian's dead, if he was sacrificed, if he was killed, and I don't know if that's like his head. That's clearly a head strapped to the back of her satch. So how are we looking for Dillian?
overcome Valravn's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Pretty sure this is supposed to be the boss fight. Shoot. I didn't get up there.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born.
Oh, why'd I climb down?
The man that I am.
Make it back up there.
And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
That's what I was looking at. Okay, but I have to go look at it again later, so I can climb up the branch. Alright, here we go. Progress. It's weird that the sprint button is RB. Or LB. Now that the bridge is down, jump. And I can climb up the branch. She has a fear of heights. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Relax. Right behind her.
The gate is open. Open. She did it.
It's darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. it didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Is that Valamir or an actual vulture on her?
Hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours.
Fuck.
Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
She's hurt, there's blood.
He's too fast. Ignite!
Fuck.
Whoa!
Come on, man. Okay, nice.
Defend yourself.
Fuck. Am I dead?
Get up!
Get up. Ah, was I supposed to hold on to it? I was spamming it. I didn't know how to get myself back up.
Where's he gone?
I died. Bitch.
Get out of the way! He's there.
I dodged.
Get up quick! Fast.
Oh my god.
He can read. She's injured. She can still do it.
Okay, so
It's not over. It's not over. Do it. Keep going.
fuck.
Get up. She's going to die.
It's not over. It's not over.
You bitch. I died. I didn't have this much trouble the first time.
She will die.
Okay, remember the patterns. He does that shit twice. Uh-huh.
Find it.
Bitch. What did your bitch just go?
Scared. She's scared. No one. It's nearly over. Finish it.
The fuck? Again, my fuck up.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Too strong.
Fuck.
He's gone. Where's he gone? Stop it. She will die. Stop. Slow. Pretty capable warrior. Remember your training.
That should have been. Again, should have fucking missed. That was just me being careless that time. Come on, no. We're almost there. We're almost done. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Defenders, nobody cares.
Come on. Get up.
She's hurt. She won't make it. Ignore the pain.
Fuck.
She's injured. She's not gonna make it.
Nope, I'm dead.
Get up quickly. She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it. Watch out!
There's no way I finish this without dying. Come on.
She's winning.
Doesn't feel like a winning. Oh, nice.
There's too many of them. Find a good position. Don't you can do it. Ended him.
Holy shit! Back up.
Take him down. Get him down. Too slow. Too slow.
Bitch! That was actually kind of cool though.
She's hurt.
Get up.
She won't make it.
Come on, man. Fucking die. Die!
Behind you.
Yep.
She can still do it. You can do it. You're close. Focus. Focus now. Focus now. Focus. Focus.
Stupid son of a bitch need to die. Get the fuck out of my head. Fuck yes! Tell me
I
you're
never
dead.
beat you in the
Tell me
wilds,
you're
did
done.
It was an illusion. But not this time!
The mark of Valravn.
Fucking
one of the keys
yes.
to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Oh man! All right, I think I'm gonna sit on that one. I'm gonna finish it up here. That was so fucking crazy, and there's like no indicator on how much health they have. So you just gotta keep going and going and going and going and going until it's done. And you know, thinking about it now, if this is a game on like mental health, maybe that's how the video game aspect ties into it. Like, you don't know when something is done until you just keep pushing. I could be wrong. I could just be looking into it, but that's, I don't know, that's just how I see it. Maybe it's like, just keep pushing to the best of your abilities until you've completed whatever task it is that you're trying to work so hard on completing. That's how I look at it, comparing to mental health and a video game. I don't know, it's interesting, it's cool. And I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad I watched that the featured option. That way I can really understand more of what the game is supposed to be about. But I'm gonna leave it here. I got laundry I need to go check. No, incredible game, and I definitely look forward to finishing this. Actually, should I leave a pause? It said that the infection spreads each day, so maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna leave a pause though, just in case, while I say my goodbye. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if this is something that you look forward to. I know a lot of YouTubers, they are like, hey, you know, if this video gets such and such likes, then I'll continue the series for you guys, which I guess is a really good encouragement on their part, you know, if they have the subscribers for it to know there's a block option. Interact, run, focus, move, look, photo mode. Okay, I didn't know there was a fucking block option. I've been invading this entire time and there was a block option. Okay, cool, good to fucking know. Wonderful. They didn't fucking explain the controls in the game, man. Alright? Cut me some slack. But yeah, no, I guess if they have the subs for that, that's a good way to know, like, which videos, you know, their community wants to see and don't want to see. But I don't know, me, I plan on making this channel different in a sense. Different for me. Different in a way of, you know, it doesn't really matter for me if a video gets popular or not. Just as long as, like, I'm playing games that I enjoy or someone else might watch and catch interest in. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's already on the channel, or maybe it's a game that's already on the channel and they've always enjoyed it, and so now they can enjoy experiencing it from my perspective. So I don't know, different ways I'm looking at it. But I hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, whenever you're watching this, and I definitely look forward to finishing this up. You guys have a good night, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.